And then you can view that, if you notice, at no additional charge for 12 months. Next up is a TransCredit exclusive, Credit Track 3.0. This creates a portfolio of all your shippers and returns on each file a credit score and days to pay. Recall earlier when we spoke of catastrophic bad debt due to only relying on your own payment history? So let's look at what you can expect to gain when you take off the blinders and take a look at how you're being paid compared to other truck lines and brokers. First, you may find comfort to learn that other carriers are getting paid in the same time frame, an indication that the shipper is capable of paying all his transportation bills. If the days to pay is still within your acceptable range, this is a good thing. You may, however, find that other carriers are being paid substantially sooner than you. This is an obvious problem that's emanating from your own accounts receivable department. The shipper in this case is definitely using you as a bank. This may be a great time for your salesperson to reestablish your value with the traffic manager and start there on asking for payment within terms. Traffic manager may be unaware that you're being paid slower than others. Tactfully point out you know, he certainly is in a position to help correct. And finally, you may find that your company is being paid substantially sooner than others. Wow, this is a good news, right? Well, maybe not. Depending on circumstances, this apparent windfall could be a red flag for pending disaster. If your accounts receivable and sales department are the squeaking wheel, or you provide a service no one else can, you may be safe. On the other hand, other carriers are not being paid. If other carriers are cutting the shipper off, then business may be abnormally shifting in your direction, and the shipper is keeping you paid promptly for the time being. So if you don't know why you've been so graced, you need to start a dialogue with the customer. If not, you may well take the largest hit if they fold. And finally, what's on the marketplace for collections? Depending on the size of your company, or the expertise for collecting, or even the desire from your accounts receivable department to make collection calls, you may well want to begin by outsourcing the entire collection process. You can choose our AR Stimulator program that begins at a level 1 collection process 10 days past due for a flat monthly rate that you'll find is less than employee costs regardless of your size. We've done this for a $15 million a year account, and we're averaging a collection rate of 98.7% on all the invoices in that program. If not the AR Stimulator, then perhaps the Go Collect program that allows you to submit invoices up to 95 days old on an invoice-by-invoice basis. You control our actions towards these accounts right online. We will begin at level 1, begin at level 2 if you wish, or even intensive collections. But your choice is yours, and we will do this for 60 days for a low, flat rate per invoice. Never again be in the dark as to what is that collection agency doing with our past due invoice. Something unique with TransCredit. In the Go Collect and intensive collections, all debtor commentary is in your online portfolio for viewing at no additional charge. So when you have concerns about a past due invoice, you don't have to call up to find out what's going on. You just simply click on it and you can see all of the commentary that's going on between the debtor and our collectors. And finally, for those customers who have become non-responsive debtors, intensive collections is without doubt your best option. And let's look at why. First, if you've stopped hauling their freight, or you threaten to do so, and that does not concern them, you absolutely have no leverage. Even threatened legal action, including letters from a law firm, most often end up in the trash can. A well-seasoned debtor knows this will have no effect on his credit rating, his business, or his cash flow. So if the debtor has no concern about losing your company as a provider of transportation, does that mean you have no cards left to play in this game? How do you think they would react if they lost all avenues of transportation? Otherwise, what I'm saying is, when they called another truck line and that truck line said cash only, what if they couldn't move their products to market at all? Not perfect with that hand, but TransCredit has that influence within your industry, and it grows with every new subscriber to our credit services. So now, I'm asking for your help. With that, with you and others, we can increase that influence in Canada for your benefit. And again, I want to thank you for listening, and thank you, Roy and Loadsurfer. And that's all I have.